Well, hello, everyone. It is I, your Survivor buddy, Gordon Holmes, here with your exit press for Survivor 46, the finale. Talking to the final five today, talking to Kenzie, talking to Charlie, talking to Ben, talking to Liz, talking to Maria. Ooh, that should be interesting. I'm going to reuse this intro because recycling is good for the environment. So if you've seen this before, please feel free to skip ahead. Before we get into that, a couple of quick orders in business. First of all, the comment section is open. Let us know what you feel about the finale. Let us know what you feel about these interviews. As always, be nice to each other, be nice to the contestants, and be nice to me. And everybody has been. I feel like we've got a really nice community here of people being nice to one another. If you want to check out my episode recaps, are available on Substack, gordonholmes.substack.com. I'll put a link down below. If you ever wanted to donate to this channel to help us out, that's there. You can subscribe there and do so. I appreciate the people who've been doing that. Also, the Survivor Power Rankings are over. The Reba 4 -1+1 has defeated Holmes' Hobags. But kudos to them. They did a fantastic job. And thank you to everybody who participated. Franny Marin managed to tie last night with Austin. So, you got to take your wins where you can get them. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. This is a huge favor. Gets us in front of more people will see us, more stuff we can do. And with that said, let's see what whoever I'm talking to has to say about last night's finale.
Hello, my friend.
Oh, Ben, here's the thing. I don't want to make you jealous, right? But my theater company did an 80s tribute night one night a couple of years ago, and I got to be David Lee Roth. And I don't want to make you jealous, but look at these spandex pants.
Dude, I got my flying V over there. You want me to shred some?
Look at that. They're pants. I'm just gonna wear like a scarf.
They're like a scarf, bro.
As one does. How you feeling?
Also, is that a Ghostbusters mask behind you?
Oh, good for you. No, they made giant foam terror dogs for Halloween decorations. So this is just a head. This is not a mask. It's just a head.
So sick.
I'll pan over. I got a proton pack over there too. Look at that.
Boom. Oh my God, that rips.
Yep.
Props to you.
Look at that. Best friends already. Look at this. We're like a minute into this.
I'm loving it, dude.
How you feeling?
I'm all about Harold Ramis, dude.
Oh, I interviewed him once. Super nice guy.
Amazing. Last time you interviewed me, let's go.
Yeah, here. I have his home phone number, but that wouldn't do us a lot of good right now.
Conjure his ghost. That would be sick.
All right, let's get him online right now. So last night, wow, what a finale. A lot of talk was shocked that Maria didn't vote for Charlie. If she had, it would have been a tie, and that would have been your decision. I'm sure you've been asked this a million times. What would you have done?
I mean, it's hard, like obviously I've been saying my answer is Charlie, and everybody's probably going to have their perception based on what they've been shown that why wouldn't you vote Kenzie? And it's like, there's a chance I would have too, but Charlie, we were tight the entire time. They didn't show us for 5 episodes, but he stayed up with me at night. He took care of me, and we played the game together. He always included me. We did come up with a couple of moves together. And, it's like Tiff looking out for Kenzie. You know what I mean? I would look out for Charlie. And it's the reason I had both of them at the end. I knew I wasn't going to win. I knew there was no votes coming my way. I thought maybe I'd get one, but I wanted those two to have a shot, and they did. So that would have not rocked to have to pick between both of them. Maybe they should have just put me to rocks instead. But I would have picked Charlie because the friendship was just as important as Kenzie's. But I was with Charlie for 26 days. I don't think the audience can see that can understand that type of bond when you don't have cell phones. You only have each other. There is no distraction. I mean, yes, he was very tight with Maria, and everybody knew that. But it was like, after my game got sunk by Maria in that secret scene, Charlie came and checked on me, and it was like this human moment that we finally clicked beyond the surface stuff. And every day we talked and chilled and ripped, and we were responsible for a couple moves together. And I don't know, I love Charlie. I love Kenzie too, don't get me wrong, but it's like people, I don't think until they're on the island and they're in those dynamics, they can understand what those feelings would be like.
So if I'm understanding this correctly, the reason you chose Liz to make fire wasn't because you thought she could win. It wasn't because you thought she was a secret millionaire. It's because you thought that Charlie and Kenzie deserved to win over her.
I mean, there was a part of me where Liz was secretly a millionaire for sure. She didn't reveal to us till later. But I didn't even want Liz to have to go to fire. That whole Final Four dynamic was around long before the final two episodes. We were homies pretty much a majority of the merge. Like Kenzie would stay up with me, but so would Liz, so would Charlie, so would even Venus. And like Liz fed me rice when she finally got it. And Liz and I laughed so much. And like there was like, I was telling this in another interview, but Liz also suffered from feeling cold all the time. And so she would heat up rocks by the fire. And like, you see me on camera say, I just feel cold all the time. And Liz would always heat up a rock for me to have underneath my shirt and kind of insulate me. And I just like, I hated it, but it came down to like, somebody's got to go for it. And at the very least, she's got the numbers. And I knew I wasn't going to win, but I wanted, I think I got to final three for more than just my immunity win, but it was not so much strategy as like, it was hard to pick between homies. That's why I was crying. Everybody's like, Ben just cries all the time. But it's like, to take somebody's dream away, especially when I knew I wasn't going to win, felt a little selfish. But yeah. And also it's like, I had a conversation with Kenzie before putting her to fire, where she's like, she kind of had implied she would be down to do it. She was very worried about how Tribal was going to go for her, which is also a testament because she did so well at Tribal. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was a lot. It was not all strategy. It was that human relationship, which ironically enough overcame strategy, and which is why I think the Final Four wasn't a coincidence, because we all played together even though it wasn't shown. And yeah, that's what it came down to.
Now, since you've returned from Fiji, is there an update you're comfortable sharing about your panic attacks? Hopefully you've been able to get that under control.
Yeah, definitely came back hardcore towards the end of August, as season 45 was coming out, and you're starting to relive it in this way with other people and thinking about how you're going to be presented. But it kind of ended the day I got home. We got back to Ponderosa and the jury didn't even want to talk to me that much. They didn't call me when I got home. The final three, we all stayed in the same room together because we just were so proud of ourselves for being friends the whole way. So I got home, it was like, I knew I was proud of myself for not quitting. And it was really hard, but it did subside. And also it's like, I think had I had a guitar or, some headphones on the island, it would have subsided out there. Like, I use music as a tool for self-reflection, self-expression. It allows me to relate my feelings, but I didn't have that escape or that tool out there. And I've been talking about it before. It's like, I feel for any Survivor player that doesn't have art or something like that. What is it like? Because I don't think I'm the first person to go through that, but maybe not to the extent. So when I got home, I was like right back to playing shows, seeing my friends, hanging out with the cast members I loved, all visiting each other. So it did subside, but it did come back really hard around the end of August. And I didn't sleep. It was the same thing till October. I had trouble being alone. It was me and my dog. It was really hard getting used to sleeping without people. I would go to sleep at, like, this is another testament why like friendships can be so important. Like, the friends who did show up for me, my band members would come check on me every day. And I was still stoked to be alive, but like Charlie would call me at 1 a.m. when I wasn't sleeping. I had all the West Coast people. Jem and I are close. Jess would call me throughout the fall. It was really rough going through what I went through when I got home, but it subsided now and I'm feeling really good and I'm feeling really grateful. And I hope other people feel seen by what I went through. And I hope that they get the courage to not only make it from one day to the next, but to be themselves while doing it and not compartmentalize or be ashamed of it. Because the one thing I'm not happy with the portrayal of the panic attacks is that I wasn't a person with panic attacks. I was a person that still played the game, still had a smile on my face, and still was excited to be there despite the debilitating issue. It wasn't a one-note thing. I tried not to make it a burden on people. It was really hard for me when Liz and Charlie and people, and Kenzie especially, were taking care of me because I felt like I could be ruining their game. But it just goes to show you what great people they are for ripping it up. You know what I'm saying?
Ben, do you have a jerky bone in your whole body? Because everything that comes out of your mouth is awesome and positive. Um,
I
like,
definitely a product of 90s television being stuck in front of it so long, but you know,
all right, we do a word association here to get to know your tribe mates a little bit
let's
better. I'll give you
go.
someone's name, give me the first word or a couple words pop in your head. Let's start off with Charlie.
Hit me with it. Charlie, uh, diplomat,
Okay. Jem.
Gem, Sagittarius,
Okay. Venus was her name.
Venus, Island Rager,
Q.
Q, QAnon? No, I'm kidding. Chaos, dude. I love Q. We talked this morning.
Chaos Q. Maria.
Maria, um, you know, she's Maria. I she did hurt my feelings a lot, especially at Final Tribal, which wasn't shown. But I hope her kids see her as a strong mom who didn't quit and went down swinging. And yeah, Lieutenant Mom, dude, she played the game hard, you know.
Okay. Tevin.
Tevin, preacher, you know.
Mariah.
Mariah, happy, excited.
Uh, Did I say soda?
You did not.
Soda.
Soda, spirit.
Okay. Hunter.
Hunter, MacGyver.
Tiffany.
Tiffany, it was her season to win. Tiff's a badass.
Yeah. Liz.
Liz, oh my God. How do I put it, dude? Liz is like so layered and so cool and so funny and so full of life. You know, I think a lot of people misunderstood her, but as somebody who grew up on Sandler movies and stuff, Liz makes perfect sense to me. Icon.
Okay. Tim.
Tim, brotherly love.
Okay. And let's finish off with Kenzie.
Kenzie, mermaid dragon. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That
Kenzie's
works.
a fire sprite, you know. She's always full of, like I know I'm talking about Charlie a lot, but Kenzie also always had a smile on. She always made fire. She took care of people too. So it's like, forget mermaid dragon. She's a fire sprite, you know.
Yeah. We're running short on time, so real quick, I kind of want to jump back into that. You said Maria hurt your feelings at Tribal. What didn't we see?
They show her calling me a liar in the episode related to the Kenzie vote, but there is a secret scene on the Survivor YouTube. And yeah, she just didn't want to work with me unless she was telling me what to do. And she never trusted me. I mean, the idol was out of the game when Jem took it home. I didn't know that Jem had the idol, but it was very clear I didn't have an idol. I was suffering. I was hurt. I had no choice but to be myself. And I was called a liar on multiple occasions. And it's like that pizza party. Yes, I'm grateful she picked me for pizza, but that was all strategy. She just wanted me to sit at final three. And, I feel like I'm railing on somebody. I'm not trying to be on TMZ, but this happened to me. It's like you get out of the game at Ponderosa. She found out I didn't have the idol. I was still called deceitful and dishonest from the jury about that. And we get to the after show. I couldn't watch the after show because I was at a party. And she doesn't even look me in the eye. She says, Jem had it. And it's like, so you knew, but you just didn't even let me say my piece at Tribal. And it's all I wanted was to say my piece. And I never unethically stabbed her in the back. I still was nice to her. When she didn't get letters from home, I made her papaya. I tried to talk her and let her know how proud her kids are going to be. And I'm like, what did I get? I was just being myself. And the game was over when she got out. And, I didn't need her vote, but I just wanted to be treated with something for not quitting and making it so far, So even watching yesterday's episode, I understand she had to call me a liar because that was her only angle to maybe stay to Final Four. But it was it started before that. I wasn't dumb. You know what I mean? So yeah, I wish her peace now. I'm not trying to hold grudges, but that was a wound that stuck deep because I had nobody at the merge. And in that secret scene, Q and Maria had told people I had an idol, and Q gave me props at Final Tribal, and Q and I have talked about it. But for 2 days, nobody talked to me. I was iced out, and they saw how hurt I was. And it was like, I laid out all my clothes. I emptied my pockets. There was no idol. And it was like to still be called that when I'm at the bottom was like social isolation or something, like I felt like a leper, and it was like, and I still showed up with a smile on my face. And that's really where my true friendship with the bottom four started taking off. Because Kenzie and Liz were also kind of neglected, you know what I mean? And
Ben, I hate to cut you off, but
all good,
the
all
term
good.
rock star gets tossed around, but you, my friend, are a rock star. And
Who
spandex is
rocks?
hot.
You rock.
Spandex is really hot around your neck. I had no idea.
I mean, are you hot for teacher? You know what I'm
I've got it
saying? Yeah.
made. I've got it made. Got it made. I'm hot for teacher.
All right.